Not surprisingly, our country relies a lot on the marine ecosystem and its resources. To be fair, being an archipelago makes it all clear. Beautiful beaches, amazing scenery, breathtaking wildlife. It's just the surface of what the story of the ocean is all about. Not just that, but the ocean holds plenty of people's livelihood, and quite frankly, us humans as well rely on it. The ocean is a place of many things. Some perceive it as an escape from reality. Beautiful beaches and scenery captivate them. However, some see the ocean as a source of their lifeblood. Their days are predetermined by it. Living in an archipelago, we find people who fall under the latter statement often. Underneath everything, however, the corals, fish, turtles, stingrays, sea anemones, and all those glitz and glamour are problems these oceans experience. The ugly side of the ocean. The ones people aren't too excited to talk about. The ones people aren't too enthusiastic about. The coral reef damage. The detrimental human intervention. Marine life on the brink of extinction. Plastic pollution. Difficulties and challenges in fishing. Regardless, if it's not all pretty, this is still our country. Regardless, if it's not all easy, it can't hurt for us to at least try and help. Because at the end of the day, we as humans did all of this, and it falls under our shoulders to fix it. Sometimes, uneducation is the bane of some species. Take for instance, dolphins. Dolphins often munch on fishes that fishermen catch, hence, these fishermen often get less. Due to this, they see dolphins not as friends, but as enemies, sometimes going to extreme scenarios that include dolphin death. In retrospect, if we were to kill the one above the food chain, all those fishes will survive, right? For a brief moment, I guess, until Mother Nature shows why that's a bad thing, and that the entire food chain goes to shambles. But that's a story for another day. Here's the thing. We could have saved countless dolphins if we were to just inform them of other means of livelihood. Here, dolphins wouldn't be looked as the villains of the story, but rather the saviors. Unironically, we are the actual villains. Touristing is a way for them to keep the dolphins and earn money. I mean, wouldn't you want to see dolphins? Well, if you do, stay loud and stay vigilant. The ocean needs it more than ever. If you are too close-minded, you'll only see sides of an animal you don't want to. If you are willing to look elsewhere, you'd find the various other good things an animal has to offer. Do you want dolphins to be like dugongs, literally on the brink of extinction? What was once the mermaid of the sea is like an old grandma everyone tries to protect. Thousands, if not millions of pesos are used to protect its population, and yet it's still not guaranteed to recover. But why wait until the species' population is in its last legs, when we can do it now, with all the other species? Also, what people sometimes don't realize, or more specifically Filipinos don't realize, is how rich our country is. Countless beautiful reefs with marine life are at stake due to overfishing, pollution, and other countless acts we do. Yes, sometimes these amazing marine ecosystems such as Atanion Street are large and wide, hence difficult to protect. But that doesn't mean we don't have to try. Okay, let's stop talking about protection. Let's point towards the things we do that hurt our fish friends. Pollution. Scary word, but something we do nonetheless. Look at how small plastic is. And look at how large the consequences it has on the ocean. Entire species get wiped because of it. Or if they're lucky, they might survive, only to see their population dwindle at the bottom. An ecosystem is, I know it's a bad analogy, but similar to a machine. When you have a part of it that doesn't work, the entire machine changes. If you manage to kill off all of the sharks in an ecosystem, well, to say the least, that won't be good. Entire populations of various other species will be out of hand, and for the most part, the biodiversity of that ecosystem is at stake. And not just that, if you actually do not care about the animals, let's say you're selfish and only care about yourself. Well, sorry to burst your bubble, but it actually does affect you. The economy you are in right now relies a lot on its marine ecosystems and resources. I mean, hey, when was the last time you ate a fish? At the very least, however, have some empathy. Your fellow citizens, fishermen, risk their lives just to get food on the table. They mistakenly might go to other countries' borders. There, they spend a year's worth of painful sorrow where they miss their families. Meanwhile, some of us, yeah, we're here watching Netflix in our homes. While countless parts of West Philippine seas are taken from us. At this point, it is simply not a sea. Countless lives are taken from us. Think about that. There are people that risk everything to fish. Through inclement weather, they try to get something. However, weather isn't something we can control. But that doesn't mean we can't do anything. We may not control the weather, but we can control things that are far greater than it. Pollution, marine life extinction, and the marine ecosystems. It's our fault, our problem, and it will be our solution.